You can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down, or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would like to listen in a still position, then just feel free to take all the time you need to arrive there. And just allow yourself to fidget and adjust as much as you need to, as you just start to tune into how your body is feeling right now and letting your body move you in whatever ways feel natural and right and good to move. And if what feels best for your body right now is stillness, then honoring that stillness. But maybe some torso twists would feel good, or side body bends, or if it's the morning for you, sometimes reaching your arms up overhead and just giving your belly lots of space to be. Opening up the lungs can feel really nice. So again, there is no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move throughout the practice whenever you feel the urge to. If you're feeling ready to come to that still position, then you may do so. Just feeling that the spine is nice and straight. And if you're in a place where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. And you can mark your arrival into your practice today, into your body today, with a full and intentional cleansing breath. A long, slow inhale in through the nose, filling up fully, as you just hold that for a moment at the top of the inhale to just really experience that sense of fullness. And then without straining, as you need to, slowly letting all of that go. Exhaling bit by bit. And maybe gently pulling the navel toward the spine to just push that last bit of stagnant air out of you, as you again pause for a moment to experience that sense of emptiness. And allow your next breath to come as needed. So you can breathe just like that for a few more rounds for as long as it feels good. Just exaggerating the 4 parts of your breath. The inhale and that pause at the top of the inhale, followed by your exhale and that pause at the bottom of your exhale. We're starting your practice with these intentional, deeper breaths. And at any point that you're feeling ready, you may release this guidance over your breath altogether. And just allow yourself to step into that role of the observer or the role of the witness. To that point of view in your mind where you can simply observe the fact that your body is breathing rather than having any direct control or influence over the rhythm or depth of the breath itself. But reminding yourself that the breath can be either voluntary or automatic. So just playing with that control or guidance and then that release as we begin today. Releasing the urge you might have to micromanage the way your body is functioning. And simply watch your body function. Remember that your body can and will function perfectly all on its own without any of your doing. Even if there are diseases present or pain or any sort of ailment present in the body, seeing if just for this practice, or even just for a split second, if you can simply allow your body to function as it does, even if there's voices popping up saying that your body doesn't function properly or as it should. Seeing if you can just let those thoughts go for even a moment, or have them take a back seat, maybe not even let them go completely, but seeing if you can watch yourself just as another force of nature, taking on that same sense you might have when you're laying on the beach and watching the waves rolling up along the shoreline. Not feeling the need to control the exact rhythm of the waves or where they roll onto, but just simply sitting and watching. And just reminding yourself that there is a level of acceptance that is needed to watch without feeling the need to change, or to feel without feeling those intense thoughts that maybe things should be different than they are, or you should feel different than you already do. Or just reminding yourself that acceptance does not mean that you condone or agree with your findings. It simply means that you acknowledge what is happening. And so accepting any pain within you, or discomfort, or even if it's painful thoughts or emotions within you, accepting them does not mean that you like them or want them to be here or want more of that. It simply means that you acknowledge what is here. And just reminding yourself that that is the way through these tougher aspects of life, is by allowing ourselves to acknowledge and to feel. And you are strong and you are capable of feeling hard things, of doing hard things. If you just remind yourself of all the tough parts of life you have made it through just to get to where you are at this moment, on this day, in this body. And none of those things have broken you. They have made you exactly who you are today. And so the same is true for any hard things you're moving through in the present. They will not break you and will make you who you will be in the future. And you have the power to choose who that person is. To bring awareness into the process of your growth and how you handle the hard things that are thrown at you. It takes practice and patience, but you do have this ability. And so you can let some awareness come just to the muscles in your forehead. And just notice any sensations or any sense of holding maybe in the forehead to what you have heard so far today. Maybe the brow is furrowed. Maybe there's some tension across the brow. Maybe there's some tension in your jaw or the mouth. maybe in the chin or the nostrils. Even in the eyelids or the ears. And again, just letting awareness join the process of your softening. So it's just by being aware of these areas of tension or holding in the body, but specifically in your face right now, that is what gives you the power to then soften and release these areas. Remind yourself that it is okay for your jaw to hang into place. It is okay for your cheeks to relax, for your eyelids to soften, and for your forehead to be wide and deep. It is safe for you to trust your own anatomy. Everything, every part of you will be held right where it needs to be without any of your extra holding or doing. And just trusting the intelligence of your own body. Remembering how your body is held together perfectly even when you are fast asleep. Your doing is not necessary in this process. This is not a doing or even a thinking process. But this is a listening and watching. This is a feeling process. One of observation. And so you can continue to watch the rest of your body follow suit from the face and continue to soften and release. And just allowing your neck to be relaxed, along with the shoulders and the arms and the hands. Just both arms are heavy, releasing down and away from the ears. You feel your stomach be soft, and you just simply allow yourself to be as big, as wide, as heavy as you are. Releasing any need or urge to make yourself smaller. But just allowing yourself to spread. Letting yourself be heavy into the surface that is supporting you. Trusting that the surface beneath you will support you. It is supporting you. Maybe taking on that same sense that you get when you exhale into someone who you love dearly. And you just simply allow yourself to be held. Softening the glutes and the pelvic floor. Softening all the muscles in the legs, in the feet, and in the toes. As you just feel this overall sense of softness and this physical communication to your body that you are safe right where you are. And if there is anything in your life that does not make you feel safe or threatens this sense of safety that you have and we all deserve, then just letting any of those seeds be planted so that you feel a bit more confidence and power to act in your life in the ways that best support your safety. Knowing that that is ultimately what's best for everyone around you as well. reminding yourself that there is always a period of time between when we realize something needs to change and when we actually make that change. And so wherever you are in this process of change in any aspect of your life, having some patience and kindness for yourself with where you're at right now. Just trusting the process. And as you allow yourself to be heavy and supported, you can now let some awareness come just to the crown of your head or to whatever point of your body is facing the sky above you. And you can almost let that be magnetically drawn upward. Maybe if you're lying down, it can be your heart, if that feels nice. Just feeling a sense of lightness and effortless reaching in the head or the heart. And just letting yourself now be as long as you are. Seeing if you can feel the sense of heaviness in the hips and lightness in the head at the same time. Feeling the collarbones broaden as you just let your heart sit in this proud posture. Just feeling the air able to enter into the lungs with a little bit more ease. And allowing a slight tuck in your chin down toward the heart, just to really feel the full length of the back of your neck. And clearing that path between your heart and your head. Allowing all the love and life that is in your heart to naturally feed into the mind. And just tracing that space with your awareness from the heart to your head. From the heart up through the throat, into the skull, into the brain stem, and into the brain itself. And back and forth. This constant communication between your heart and your brain. Again, just bringing awareness into the process. Just building this relationship between your heart and your head. So even if they're not fully on the same page, they can have a better baseline level of understanding. Maybe even feeling a sense of your heartbeat in your head. Maybe in the space between the eyebrows. Or maybe even in the center of the skull, at the space between the inner ears. Maybe also at the crown of your head, the highest point in the body. Just reminding yourself how your heart is beating and pumping life into every single inch of you. From the tip of your head, to your fingertips, to your toes, and every inch in between. And so just simply allowing yourself to feel this power that is always here, right within you. All this life that is constantly pumping into you. And just allowing yourself to rest with your own pulse. And so as you are allowing yourself to feel whatever is present for you to feel, and just simply remind yourself that what you are feeling is exactly what you should be feeling. Whether those feelings are something you might label as bad or negative or painful or wonderful and joyful and loving, or anywhere in between. You can use this moon metaphor that comes from ancient Hellenistic astrology to be a source of comfort or a nice reminder for you to allow yourself to be in whatever stage you are in. And in this metaphor, the moon represents our body, our physical bodies. And if you think about the moon, it does not have a light of its own. Our body is just matter. At the end of our life, our body stays here. But our body is animated by our inner spark or by our soul. Just like how the moon is lit up by soul, by the sun. It reflects the light of the sun. Just like our body reflects the light of our soul. And so there are times where the moon is full and it is completely illuminated by the sun. It is bright, it is whole, it is shining light for others in the darkness. And there are other times where the moon, the same exact moon, is a new moon, and it is not reflecting any light from the sun. It is still there, and you can almost see it on a clear night, but it is in the shadows, in the darkness, reflecting little or no light. And then there are all the different phases in between this new moon and full moon. And the moon is not meant to stop and be a full moon all of the time. It's simply meant to move through these phases, just like we are. We are not meant to feel whole and bright and connected and aligned with life and love all of the time. We are just like the moon. We are just like any other force of nature that moves through seasons, moves through phases. And so if you feel like you are a new moon right now and like you're kind of in the shadows or in a state of hibernating, maybe feeling disconnected from yourself or from the world, just letting yourself be there, letting yourself do any of the comfort things you need to do, and trusting that this phase does not last forever. It is impossible for these phases to last forever, even when they feel like they will. And if you're feeling like a full moon right now, and you're feeling inspired and bright and connected and capable of sharing this light, then allowing yourself to do so. Again, knowing that this phase will not last forever. So making the most of the times where you feel connected and whole and able to share. And this reminder can just simply be such a great comfort to us, to allow us to be whatever stage of life we are in. Because sometimes oftentimes that biggest source of pain and suffering that we feel is the voice in our head telling us that we should be feeling different than how we are feeling right now, or we should be different in any way than how we already are right now. All of those should thoughts. If we're feeling tired and like we just want to rest today, maybe a thought that says, well, you should be feeling energetic, or you should get out of the house, you should do the things that you need to do. And sometimes, yeah, maybe that is what you need to do. But other times, maybe what you need is to hide under the covers and go to sleep, or watch your favorite movie, or just go lay outside. or if you're really not feeling like sharing or talking to other people, or if you're not even feeling grateful about your situation, those feelings that say, well, I should be feeling grateful. I should be feeling better than how I'm feeling right now. I should be feeling social. Whatever those thoughts are. Just using that should as a cue for you to examine a little deeper. Sometimes, yes, maybe the should is accurate, and maybe you would feel better if you hung out with your friends or did something that a should thought is telling you. But other times, maybe not. So just using those thoughts and voices as a cue for you to just examine a little deeper. And just remind yourself that whatever you are feeling is exactly what you should be feeling, or else you wouldn't be feeling it. And the only way to move on from feelings is through the feelings. And again, reminding yourself of just how strong you are, how capable you are. And again, that accepting where you are does not mean that you agree with it or like it. And it is possible for you to accept where you are in the stage of life you are in right now, and simultaneously aspire to be somewhere different. You do not need to disown or hate who you are or where you're at to be somewhere different. In fact, sometimes that hate that we have for ourselves or our situation can almost keep us trapped there longer. Just by acknowledging where you're at can sometimes be all you need to give you the power to be somewhere different. And so, if it feels like something you would like to do today, you can let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And just feel this pulse of your hands into each other, of your heart into your hands, and your hands back into your heart. And your next breath in, you can take a full, deep inhale into the body, filling up fully. And as you exhale, letting go of anything you're ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. Just taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. May this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.